Hello. I see Lisa walking towards me, and I'm absolutely floored. So wonderful to see you. How are you?
I'm Lisa Vanderpump. For the past 7 years, I've been on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And also, I have my own show, Vanderpump Rules. Welcome to Pump.
Oh, my gosh, this is beautiful.
Come
I'm
in.
so happy to be here.
I'm a restaurateur, and we're in my restaurant, Pump. And because I built it, I feel very kind of at home here, so to speak. Do you know me? Have you watched me on television?
I have watched you on television.
So you know me, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a skeptic and I'm not a 1000% believer. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle, really, because I've done 250 episodes of reality television. People know a lot about my life. So it's going to be interesting to see what he brings to me.
As of right now, I have about 2 people that are going to try to come through. But I always like to do the majority of the talking.
That freaks me out. Even now, you're just saying that. You mean 2 people that have passed that are kind of trying to come through?
Yes, like insistently. And they're going to come through really strongly.
Okay, yeah, because we lost somebody. And he was probably one of our closest friends.
Absolutely. I can give it a feel. I'll just kind of relay some details and we'll see what pops in. So I'm just going to scribble.
Okay.
And we'll see what comes in.
All right.
All righty. So I'm just going to take one moment. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I have a very different energy popping in. Okay, if there is any reference, he's giving me an M very strongly, and he's referring to a male name, and it almost is coming across as like Mark, but just remember that I'm saying it. He's putting significance on it. I'm thinking it's like Marco, Marcus.
Okay, Mark was his name.
No, really.
Yes, a very good friend of ours, like one of our best friends. But that's not what we called him, because we called him a nickname after his second name, Stannard, and we called him Stan. Everybody called him Stan, so nobody called him Mark.
Weird.
When he said Mark, I was thinking, okay, that's weird. That's just too weird, because nobody would know that.
The weird thing, too, is when I'm focusing on medical stuff, this seems really weird, and I just have to be honest in the way this comes through. If this is who we're referring to, there's a feeling of basically having a medical condition that would afflict people who'd be much older or in a situation in which it would not be normal for a younger person to develop this. The feeling is really rare. I don't know why I'm having to talk about rarity with this.
It was a rare situation, and he didn't know really what he had, so.
That not knowing aspect had to have been the hardest.
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
It was a very sad situation, but yeah.
I'm sorry. I want it to be known when he's coming through, he's acknowledging that he timed his passing, and there was a situation where we have someone by our side and they're visiting and they're there, and it's like if they leave to go home, leave to take a shower, leave to go to the bathroom, then when this person leaves, we die.
Then he died, and we were there weeks outside his room. Then, you know, he died when we weren't in the room, and I remember driving the wrong way down the road because I was just so kind of like when I heard and rushed back to the hospital, but then he passed,
Yeah, he was free of pain. I feel like I have a sense of appreciation, and he acknowledges still being around both of you and your partner, for years after. And what an incredible person for battling what he had to go through. I mean,
he was just a very lively character, and he used to go horse riding with us, and we built houses with him, and he was just a lot of fun, and he was a great friend.
Oh, absolutely. And I think it was really important for him to come through and acknowledge that he was timing his passing. He didn't want people to have to see him in that state. They want us to remember their lives and the memories that are made there, not their deaths.
Yeah. Life's all about saying goodbye, and we take that for granted, and then we only really kind of realize when something's gone, you know?
Having me pick up, actually, see that blue fabric? I might hold on to that if you don't mind. Yeah, that usually helps. So I'll just see there. Thank you. Have this woman who comes through with such excitement, such joy. I mean, she comes through with just so much love. I'm gonna put this down really briefly. There you go. Okay, so she came through basically as a matriarch, but acknowledged not being a biological, like, mom for the client. This felt for me more on like a grandmotherly level. But what was interesting is I was connecting more to your dad's side of family than your mom's side of family, which I thought was kind of interesting. So she acknowledges this whole reference of basically feeling like she was content with the duration of her life. Immediately when she comes through, there's a feeling of like, I feel like I lived a full life. I feel like I'm happy with the length of my life.
Yeah, she lived till she was 100.
Wow. The thing that she's having me acknowledge is from her perspective, she's mom. from her perspective. She's your mother from her perspective. Like,
Really?
I can't make a change. She's like, I am Lisa's mom.
I've been very close to my grandmother, Nanny K. Certainly I was more emotionally connected to her. And this is one of her jackets.
Wow, that's amazing.
And she was absolutely forefront in my life.
Wow.
And she lived with me for a few months every year for 25 years since I got married.
Wow.
And she loved my husband, and to my children, she would almost be like not a great-grandmother, grandmother. She was there every step of the way. And this picture, this is a picture that's very poignant because that's when we first got Max, our son. He was just so recently adopted then, and Pandora, as you can see, she's 6. And Nanny K, as always, is with us. She was just a lovely, lovely woman.
Wow, what a sweetheart.
I kept thinking Tyler really did capture her essence of who she was. She's a very kind woman. Every day that she was with me in our house in England, we used to go out and we used to cut pink roses together, and we always used to, you know, kind of say, she just used to say, smell the flower, smell it, and inhale the perfume of life, you know. And she was very much part of our immediate family. She was a comforting, warm, lovely lady, and I miss her so much.
She acknowledges that she was waiting for you before we even got here today. And she acknowledges that she knows that she's been talked to, asked to be around, like come through. There's a whole feeling of like, I was with you before you came today.
Where is she? She's been dead at least 10 years, and I have been calling for her. I'm thinking, why don't I see evidence of her speaking to me? Why is she the hummingbird? Is she the butterfly?
Right.
Where is she?
Right.
I just want to know that she's with me. But I've actually said to her, Nanny K, if you can hear me, let me know. I've done so many incredible things that she would have enjoyed so much.
Yes. It's so interesting because when she comes through, it's more of a personal connection. It's like if she's going to communicate to you, you're going to just kind of know or feel what she would have done. And that's more the way that she seems to connect. But that can be frustrating because it's less obvious. We want a clear billboard of a sign that shows that she's around. And I think if you really are open enough, you will feel her essence coming through what she would have done, what she would have said. And that is a more profound sign than any butterfly, any dragonfly. It just might not be as apparent visually. So it's a different kind of connection. It can be hard wondering, you know, how they feel. But I think you knew how your grandmother viewed you in life and her personality, so you know, no doubt she would have been proud of everything you went on to do. And that's important, so.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
So sweet.
I know.
Thank you. So sweet.
Life is so short, really. We learn that sometimes when we lose people. It was very comforting to know that, you know, she's still present in the universe and she's somehow connected to me still. All right, well, thank you so much.
Oh, it was so lovely.
So interesting. I really want to thank you.
Oh, I hope it helped.
Sorry I got so emotional.
No, it's a good thing. Happy tears.
I suppose we all look for affirmation from those that we love, and to hear, you know, her, that she's proud of me, I guess that's what we all want. Hi.
Oh, I want to introduce you.
Oh my God.
Keep it cool. Keep it cool. You're good. This is my mother, Lisa. I want you to introduce you.
You're so sweet.
So happy to see you.
Your voice is like a chipmunk.
Oh, that's so sweet. You must be very proud of your son.
I'm so thankful.
I am very proud of Tyler, and I'm so happy to meet you. I'm such a fan. I just love you guys. I absolutely love you.
We'll have to come back here soon, right? You know, 21st birthday
I've
month.
always wanted to come here.
Oh, well, now I know you're 21, but I'm going to take you down the road of iniquity.
I love it.
With LVP Sangria.
Thank you. Well, I know what we're doing this evening,
Yes.
Mom.
Oh.
Tyler really struck a chord with me, and I really enjoyed meeting him. I mean, if he was my son, I'd be really, really proud of him. And you can see that, the relationship between him and his mother. I just think he was a lovely, lovely young man. Oh, well, thank you.
Bye.
Already.
Oh my goodness, so sweet. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, we're going to put that in the trunk.
Okay. Well, I'm going to drink it right now. It's twist off.